Good morning and welcome to the OK Grognard Show. It is Saturday, April 11th, 2020, 10:30 a.m. Central Time in beautiful Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. This morning we're going to do a little running review on the third episode from the D&D Animated Series. If you have it yourself, sync it up and go ahead and play along. You won't be hearing sound through our system for legal reasons, of course, but we can show you some of the video and comment and review as we go along. So do enjoy. Classic. So we love this opening. We've seen this a million times, of course. Everybody else who has ever watched the animated series. I like to point out that this DM is making them into particular characters. So they're not really choosing their own characters, are they? These are pre-gens. I think that's a good point to make when you think about this as a campaign. And, you know, the unicorn, they didn't bring that with them. So Uni is Uni a hireling, a henchman, an animal companion, a familiar? Seems to hang out with Bobby the Barbarian for the most part. There's a great lizard. How big is that? Hard to tell from the scale, but looked like it could have been 5 or 6 feet long based on the trunk of the tree that was behind it. Ah, yes. Nothing like a primate attack. Have they separated? Are they splitting the party? So is this influenced heavily by the Wizard of Oz? Uh-oh, they're coming back. But where's his club? He's taken off without his club. And it appears that he's got his club back now. Oh, now it's just a stick. So there's a magic suppression field here in the forest, and it doesn't work on everything at the same time. So some stuff demagicked before other stuff did, and now they're still being chased. What's the most we saw in a single frame? Is it just 3 of these things chasing them? Number appearing? We'll get rid of Bobby's helmet. Hopefully he'll get it back. There's his belt. Clever. See? Back to the old canoeing. Now see? Which one of the PCs do you think should get extra experience for coming up with that plan to escape the flying monkey creatures? Okay. So is he. Now aware that the magic weapons aren't magical for the time being. I love Australia. Hey Heath, if you're there. Gotta get something to eat. But what are we going to equate these fruits to? It's just a stick. I'm nothing without my magic. The Dungeon Master's perplexed as well. So he's just running the world, huh? He's not in charge of everything? He's just the guide? Does this cement it? He has no real control? He can't necessarily send them back home anytime? He's not just messing with them? So if they're in this dangerous world and they don't have their magic, they're in some serious trouble. Uni seems to have a better understanding of what's going on here than half of the real people. She's always on the ball, asking the right questions. How do we find it? Let's look behind the stone. I wonder if he's still there. Oh, what? Huh? Gone again? You know, at some point, they're going to catch on, and they're not going to let him walk behind something. And then he won't be able to get away before he answers all the questions. It's one of those tricky things when you're running games, is at a certain point you want to give a certain amount of information and you put it in the words of a PC, an NPC rather. They have a certain amount of information. They're allowed to share a certain amount of information. Usually if the players ask certain questions through the PCs, give them some more information in certain areas. But if they don't ask the right questions, they might not get any extra information. So you always have to walk that fine line, that balance between just flat out exposition, just telling them everything you think they need to know to play the game, to run through the adventure and have a chance at success. Still a shield. Might not be magic, but it protects against veggies. Yeah. Even under the best of circumstances, Presto's magic has a chance of not working or failing or going sideways. No, under these circumstances, there you go. I'll put him in the hat. That's the place where everything goes to die. Oh, that was not smart. So there are a fair number of monster types wandering around this town. I've often noticed that in a whole bunch of them in here. In certain campaigns, pig-faced orcs are the best kind of orcs. Certain kinds of campaigns, larger cities, did tend to have some, I don't know, quote-unquote tolerance toward monster types. So there would be orcs in town, maybe hobgoblins, kobolds, goblins, humanoids mostly. And there are any number of humanoid types in this particular, I don't know, I guess it's a tavern? An inn? Okay, what did they toss them? Uh-oh. They gotta be chased. What a lawless town. Show off a few coins and suddenly all sorts of monsters who probably shouldn't be in town in the first place can chase you down. So I didn't see when you came in there, Artanis. What was it you say you doubt? Okay. Here we go. Oh, you doubt that they will ever learn? Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. I don't know if you have a headset on, but if you want to join me in a Discord chat, here's an invite. Hop on over there and feel free to express your opinions. Queen of the Spiders here, huh? Not not quite a loth, but definitely meant to have female gender features, I think. Uh-oh. Going right for Uni. I don't think a spider of any size is ever going to fall to their death from any height, let alone a longer height, as they can always send a web out in almost any direction and snag something. They might slam up against a wall, but they're not going to go all the way to the ground, I don't think. And what do we have here? A little cave-in ex machina opening up the side of the cavern for them. Oh, Tiamat. Tiamat spends a lot of time in the early episodes of this show. But they don't get along. As long as they're both in the picture, you don't have to worry about either one of them, because they will fight one another. It is a conceit of the show. Oh, more of a cave-in. Okay, now it's blocked the entrance, so they can't go back that way. All 5 breath weapons at once. That is some nasty stuff. But no save for half on these. Missed completely. Oh no. That's an interesting thing. Channeling the energy off of weapons or other magic items. Now they're laughing because their weapons are no help. Well, they get them back, as useless as they may currently be. They're, of course, going to go off in the distance, fighting each other. So they need to get to the quote-unquote Hall of Bones to recharge their magic items. That's an interesting idea, is having a location or a number of locations where magic items can be magically recharged rather than requiring being in touch with and paying a high-level NPC magic user or cleric or druid or whatever the magic involved happens to be. So I think this is the second episode in which we've seen gnomes, which seems to be kind of a strange thing for 1983. Obviously, back then they weren't really a playable race, so to speak. I don't think till second edition now. I guess anything's a playable race, but you didn't see it happen a whole lot. The question then becomes if they're always NPCs and or / creatures, then they're just stand-ins for exposition if they're not this one in fact is a guide taking them to the Hall of Bones, or professing to be able to. Eric's always been a cynic. That's good. All right. Now that is a nice little piece of artwork, because who wouldn't build a bridge that winds up and down and around rather than just goes straight across? Was constructed stone all the way down, so it wasn't built on top of existing natural pillars, which would make some sense. It's a carved out interior. I don't see seams in the pillars or walls in here, or the dome. So it seems pretty smooth, unless it was finished afterwards. Obviously, all those alcoves have statues. They look like they're all warriors. He looks evil now. So there's a lot of magic involved here. The items do seem to be recharged, which is good for the kids. Good. Gotta feed your unicorn. So, is he now going to turn into... Of course. We knew from that evil face. Now that the items are recharged. So the question is, could he not have recharged the items? He's the one who showed them where the item recharger is. Uh-oh. That's the last time that'll happen, because apparently the magic from just one item protected in there. Uh-oh. Spirits from all of the statues. I'm going to guard the kids and Svenger. Pretty neat concept. Now, if that's not sending them home, is it just locking them in and protecting them? You have no power here. There you go. Send him on his way. So it teleports the kids outside. Uh-oh. Okay, the old crumbling bridge as you run away from everything. I suppose... Dex check. Acrobat, no problem. Whoa, close. Little beleaguered. Well, I don't know if I'd stick around and wait for that to crumble into nothing. It's kind of their fault. Mushroom cloud. So all their spirits get released. Get to go to their own personal Valhalla and the like. Good for them. And of course, so-and-so's around to tell them that they got lucky. Ah, yes. Here's all those voices, extra voice talents, and of course, our many, many thanks to, it said 1984 at the bottom of that one, the man himself. Well, thanks for stopping by, Artanis. Appreciate it. We come to the end of just a brief broadcast. We like to do a mouth off about an animated series episode on Saturday morning. So that's that. Remember the schedule. It's cartoon on Saturday. Tomorrow we'll be choosing the winner of another set of dice. You are, of course, in the running for that. I'm just going to put you in there right now just to be sure. So far, I've got... What's your first name, Artanis? You are... You weren't here last week, so you weren't in the running last week for a set. Oh, it's Sarah. Oh, lovely. Perfect. Yeah, you, we're doing those sets of dice. No, I got you. Sarah Ann Anomalous. No problem at all. I got you on here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think there's 9 people currently in the running for this week. And although, actually there was 2 more yesterday. So we got about a dozen people. Jen Martin won a set last week. I'll contact the winner, let them pick out a set. Sometimes they say, no, let somebody else have it. So I give everybody a chance to select a set or turn them down, in which case I'll choose someone else. It's all random. It's just for fun. Anywho, thanks for coming by. I will say so long to you. And stay safe and healthy. Thanks for watching the OK Grognard Show. And this will be uploaded to YouTube sometime, probably later today. I may do some impromptu streaming, but don't forget that you can see us or hear us every day at 10:30 a.m. Central Time from beautiful Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. That's all from me. Have a nice one. Bye-bye.